1580.
Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews,
Follow the leader.
stimulating conversation, and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
You ready?
It's the queen of royal badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers. Highlighting people and things you should know about. Robin's got you covered. Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Robin's got a lot to talk about.
All I ever wanted was a black grand national. Being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-pad. Watching do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song, this a revelation, how to get a gone. Need you a man, baby, I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction, that's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird hands, baby. Whoa! It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.
You are listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580, where we bring you the latest in entertainment news, trending topics, and interviews. Hey, my name is Robin Ayers, the host of this show Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. on your drive home. Wow, Kendrick Lamar just done quietly dropped an album today. What? It's already pulling in millions and millions of streams already, if you could imagine. He is so strategic in the way that he drops music. It is unreal. I don't know what's significant about today, but if I can do like doubles, it's 11, 11, 22, 24. I don't know if that's maybe something. Okay, Andy, you agreeing? But he always tends to do these pop-outs on specific dates, and they're always strategic. They're always strategic. And I don't know, maybe there's a deeper meaning behind this particular date other than it being like doubles. I don't know. But yes, people are so surprised, and people have a lot to say over this Kendrick Lamar album. It's called GNX. And again, it dropped today with people saying it sounds very West Coast. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. He's calling out some people on this album. He's giving props to some people on this album. I know that he said that Nas, the rapper Nas, is the only one who congratulated him when he got called to the Super Bowl. And yeah, so but it's going to take us a while because we all know we have to really dive deep. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar, we got to dive deep into his lyrics and find out what things mean and all the double and triple entendres and all the things. So I'm going to have fun listening to this album and just trying to figure it out. Did you figure it out, Andy?
What?
The meaning of today's drop?
Today? Oh, what you mean?
I mean, he dropped his album today, so I'm just saying.
I was over here searching Twitter just now because somebody broke it down.
Oh.
And I remember liking the post, but now I can't find it.
Oh.
But there is some sort of meaning behind it. 1122, you're kind of somewhat close. There's
Okay.
some numerology going on with,
Okay, and so just a quick note, and I don't know if Twitter does this, but I know you can do it on Instagram. If you go to your settings and you see your activity, you can see the things that you've liked.
It definitely was on Twitter, though, for sure.
Okay, so if even on Twitter, they might have it where you can look and see what your activity is. So you might want to try that out. Wow, it's Friday, y'all. We done made it to the weekend. I don't know if anybody else is excited, but I know I am. I am going to enjoy the weekend. We are inches. We're moving so much closer to the holiday. And whatever you guys have planned, I hope it's going to be lovely. I know that we are going to New York City to spend Thanksgiving and our daughter's birthday in New York City. How exciting is that? just I'm thrilled if you ask. Yeah. Andy, what are your plans, by the way? Are you just gonna be home chilling? Are you gonna hop? Are you gonna house hop
for Turkey Day?
Yeah.
Ain't no plans right now.
Okay, look, fair enough. I think as we get older too, you sometimes it's just like I don't even want to go anywhere. You just want to relax.
It all depends if we get that chili before or after.
Chili,
turkey. If you listen to the album,
oh,
you know what I'm saying. But it's a term, money.
The chili. That's the new. Is that the new term?
If we get it beforehand.
Andy, I haven't heard of that one. I'm behind. Did he just announce it for the first time, or were people saying this before?
People were saying it before. I've heard some people say it.
I never heard chili.
It's kind of a new term or whatnot. But listening to the album, I was like, oh, Kendrick's really putting it out there. He's everything LA, everything West Coast.
Oh, okay. Wow, we got a new word, y'all. It's called chili, and I didn't know. I was like, turkey chili. I like chili. Okay, he ain't talking about that kind. Well, anyway, whatever you guys have planned, Raw Squad, for Thanksgiving, I hope you have a wonderful time. But we have some time before we get into all of that. Salute, Raw Squad. I see you in the building. Thank you so much for coming into our YouTube on a Friday, no less, because sometimes I know it's easy to just get home, relax, chill, and not do anything. But you chose to spend your time with me, and we got some things I'm going to be discussing today. Again, some hot topics, and of course, the topic of the day, which I'm not excited. I'm not actually excited to get to this topic today. I'm upset a little bit about getting to this topic, as you guys see what the headline is today. We'll get into it in just a little bit, but I want to say congratulations to Khalid. Khalid is a singer. She was the milkshake, bring all the boys to the yard. Okay. Robin, stop. My musicality days are over.
You know that was your song. Stop playing.
That was not my song.
It wasn't your song?
But you know what? You know how radio stations play it so much that it doesn't become your song, but it's catchy. And you're like, okay, here we go. So you might be singing it, but...
I was in the clubs when that song was popping, so I saw how the women turned up to that song.
Yeah,
they could have been chilling, right? But once that song comes on...
I have a few songs like that, though. Back that thing up.
That's everybody.
That's you run into the floor when that song come on.
Please tell me. Are you familiar with La Russell?
Yeah. Yes.
So I feel like he's been doing like these little backyard little situations. Actually, he's been doing that for years. But recently, he had Juvenile. I don't know if you saw it.
Mm-mm.
It's very acoustic, if that makes sense.
Oh.
Like they had like people like playing instruments.
Okay.
Playing the music or whatnot, and Juvenile, he pretty much rapped all of his hits.
Wow.
It was dope. Check it out, La Russell, Juvenile, Richie Rich from Oakland.
Okay.
It was dope.
Wow.
Check it out.
Okay, I will check it out. I think he's on the rise, and I think that he hasn't gotten as many props as he deserves as well. So, La Russell, I think that he deserves more. But I'm going to check that out. I appreciate it. So anyway, Khalees, who we were talking about, she just put out her new book. It's a children's book, by the way, which I think is super cool. And I have to say, I think it's even tougher. I am an author. I have written a book, and I've put out another book that didn't require too much work. Children's books, on the other hand, I believe require a lot of work because you are trying to get you're trying to get your kid to really get into this book. And not only that, you have to deal with animators, people who are going to animate the book. And that's a whole task within itself. And so she did it, though. It's called 7 Wonders of Africa. And it's on audio as well as hardcover. So check it out. If you have any kids who are, you'd be interested in getting this book for, check it out. I think that, number one, we should support. Number two, 7 Wonders of Africa. Come on. It's all about my mom. She says this all the time. When she was a child, my great-grandmother used to give her National Geographic's magazines and like the guides and things like that. And that was sort of her escape. And it exposes you to so much more. And it really allows you to know that there's so much more in the world. And so talking about Africa, I think would be incredible for kids. And so she's been doing a lot of traveling. And speaking of Nas, that is Nas's baby mama. Khalees is Nas's baby mama. They have a child together. But since their child is grown now, she's been off wandering and checking out the world and traveling and all that good stuff, which is great. So get that book, 7 Wonders of Africa. Cat Williams. This is actually pretty cool. Cat Williams, he purchased the former Alabama military base to launch a new movie studio. How dope is that? That is first of all, movie studio period, I think is really cool. Number two, in Alabama, we need places like Alabama, places like, I don't know, Ohio, or other places like that that aren't Atlanta, that aren't Hollywood and in Los Angeles, but that need to get into other smaller cities and get into other states that would otherwise not have the opportunities that we have here. Here we can do all kinds of projects, we can do things. That's why everyone comes to LA, because they know that everything is here. You have access to so much. But to do something like this in Alabama, I think is major. And so he says he pretty much feels it's unfair to put that type of pressure on Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, as we know, purchased, I don't even know how many acres it is over there, but he purchased a lot of property over in Atlanta or Georgia, maybe just outside of Atlanta. And he has truly transformed the property, and he shoots all of his shows. He shoots maybe not all of his movies, but he shoots so much content there. And it's all, within in-house, so it's pretty cool. And that's the trajectory now of Cat Williams. I think it's crazy. I think it's amazing. The property, if you want to know, it's Fort McClellan's Cold War era barracks. I'm unfamiliar with it, but it was previously on sale for $1.5 million. I don't know how much is sold for, though. Like, I don't know how much he actually purchased it for at this time. That number is unknown. But what I can say, the exact location is also not known. And the property has 3 million square feet of indoor space. So I can't imagine what he's about to do there. I can't imagine. But Cat Williams has always been known as that guy who is giving other people opportunities and looking out for other comedians, other actors. And so he's just a guy who wants to help. If you've listened to the entirety of the conversation between him and Shannon Sharpe, he talks about really some of the things that he does behind the scenes that he doesn't necessarily get a lot of credit for, but if you know, you know, which is cool. He says he doesn't need the type of credit. And I can see now that this would be sort of an outward projection of what he'd be doing for other people. Similar to Tyler Perry, I feel like. So I can't wait to see what he does with that. But shout out to Cat Williams for that. Also, we lost all kind of music. You just done with the music at all? Okay, you over me. It's okay. It's all right, Andy. The judge who is residing over this latest hearing with Diddy, y'all, Diddy will not stop. Diddy is like, I can't stop, won't stop. Is that how he says it? Can't stop, won't stop. Okay, I tried to do a little put-on-bump for you, but nobody laughed. Okay, so Diddy is on his third attempt to try to get a bail bond. He's trying to get released again on $50 million bond. He has been denied already, and he is trying to get another attempt. And today, the judge who is residing over that particular hearing says that he's not made a decision, but he wants both parties, both the prosecution and his defense, to turn in documents by Monday. I don't know what those documents are that he's asking for, but he's asking for them to be turned in so that he can make a decision. So it's possible. I know everybody shut it down. Everybody was like, nah, it's not going to happen. But everybody said that, although it is possible he might be released if this judge decides, in fact, that after going through all the documentation, that it's fair and that he's not a flight risk. Diddy is willing to put up his passports, his children's passports, his mother's passport. He's willing to put all of that up in addition to $50 million in order to be released on bond. But as you all know, because we've reported it here before, the judges prior, I don't know if it's the same judge, but judges prior felt like it wasn't a good idea because we know that Diddy has been making calls to certain witnesses and things like that. So it's just definitely, it hadn't been a good look. It had not been a good look. Yeah, we are getting ready. Oh, take that. Yes, Lavelle, thank you for hooking me up. Andy, why don't we just go ahead and jump into the Raw Report?
Now it's time for a breakdown.
So I have no birth record on YouTube. Says you're just arriving and you are arriving in time, because we are talking about the Can We Just Talk? Khalid, the singer rapper, and he's not a rapper, the singer songwriter. He's 26 years old. He has been forced, you guys, to come out and reveal his sexual orientation after being outed online by a former lover. Blown away. I mean, literally blown away. I think that more people will make a bigger deal of this had it been anybody with a larger name. Khalid, we'll get to him, who he is, what he's about, and what he says. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But it's really disheartening. That's why I say I'm not excited to talk about it. It's disheartening, as a matter of fact. And I think we should discuss consequences and what should happen as a result of this. But we'll get into it. We also have a few other updates that I want to get into. I have a question of the day. Actually, the question of the day, Halle Berry, she says that women between the ages of 35 and 40 are just getting their groove back. What do you feel? I'm going to ask you guys over in our YouTube chat. Do you feel like that's when you get your groove back? Or do you feel like even older than 40 is when it starts to crack off in life? Let me know your thoughts. We'll get to those answers on the other side. You are listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay right there.
What's up, everybody? It's Simeon Jays, and I'm chilling with Robin Ayers on the Raw Report.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580. Are you an entrepreneur looking to take your business to new heights? KBLA Talk 1580 is your partner in success. Every day, we celebrate and elevate Black-owned businesses across our community. Our KBLA SMB Marketplace currently features The Cookie Dip, Badass Bakes, Hair Concoction, Higher Education Accreditation Consulting, LACC Radiology Technology Department, and Malik Books. Your business deserves to be heard. Let KBLA Talk 1580 amplify your voice and connect you with our powerful community of listeners. Email smb@kbla1580.com today. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
When you choose Gillette, you choose the best a man can get. Close and smooth shaves, award-winning beard care, and a gentle trim below the belt. And this November and December, every Gillette purchase supports Movember in the fight against prostate cancer. Choose Gillette and make a difference. Shave down and stand strong with the 1 in 8 men who will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. Visit pggoodeveryday.com/Movember for details. Exclusions apply.
If you say you care about the community, you have to also care about the climate. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside the Raw Report. With Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes, and I am asking you guys over in our YouTube chat now, some of you who are males, you may not know, or you might be close with a woman and you might be able to see if she's living her best life. Who's winning here? What season do women live their best lives? Is it 35 to 40? Is that the sweet spot? 45 to 50, or is it even older than that? You guys right now are split down the middle between 40. It sounds like 45 and older. Okay, so anywhere between 45 and older is where it is. I think it's very funny that I look back at they're not even children. They're not children, not my own, but young adults who I've known for a very long time. They're in their 20s, maybe 25, 26, and they believe at this time that they are grown. And yes, technically, you are grown. However, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing in your 20s. And, it seems to be the case as you get older in your 30s. And don't get me wrong, there are some people who may defy those rules, right? But, for the most part, it seems like it doesn't get better until you're like older and you're more comfortable in your skin, you're wiser, maybe smarter, all these things. You're more well-traveled and all the things. So I'm going to let you guys continue to vote on that. Again, Halle Berry says between 35 and 40 is when women are getting their groove back. To me, that means you're living your best life. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what you guys have to say on that. I have no opinion is, in fact, an opinion. This is true. Wayne Johnson says, I have no opinion. You are right. I should have made that an option, but I didn't. So you could either stand down or you can just take your best guess and what you might think. I wanted to say, I forgot to give major props to Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors, he, if you remember, had gone through that huge ordeal with his ex-girlfriend. It was a big, big deal because the streets, the video footage from just being on the streets caught him and his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, as they were coming back from a night out. And they had a little sort of tussle, right? And she wound up chasing him down. And the cameras literally showed this. They capture, she's chasing him down. He's trying to put her back in the car. In all of that, he wound up being sued and he wound up being convicted, as a matter of fact. And it was a small assault. However, as a result of that, so much has happened. A lot of deals, movies and things like that and jobs that he was supposed to get, they fell through. A lot of Marvel was a huge one for him. He was set up to play Kang. I think I forget the actual name, but that was taken from him as well. And so he did suffer a lot from that. But in that time, he started dating beautiful actress Megan Good. She was showing up to court with him. It was just a really good look. So on that note, two things. Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, has now dropped the defamation case that she had against him, that lawsuit, which is great. That he doesn't have to endure that anymore. I think many people who saw that footage, we all understood. We were all rooting for him because we saw that. In addition, his ex-girlfriend, she wound up recording this whole conversation that they had between the two of them, and she released it, trying to just make him look bad. And so I'm just glad that he doesn't have to go through that. And again, he had Megan Good by his side, and I'm happy to report that Jonathan Majors and Megan Good have now they are now engaged, which is a major thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful situation for them. So I hope they last. Y'all know I am a lover of love, and so I hope the the couple have a great, great time together and they get married and have no issues. That's what I'm hoping. In other news, before we get into the actual Raw report, in other news, Young Miami, who is a rapper of the City Girls, she partnered with the city Opelika? Opelika. Okay, Opelika. And I'm sorry. Where is that? Is it in Florida? Okay, because she is from Florida, so she's partnered with that city, and she's done a turkey giveaway. Now, people had all kinds of things to say. I want to know what y'all think. People think that if you do these giveaways, you should not make them a public thing. You should not bring cameras along. If you go feed the homeless, you shouldn't have cameras along because they feel like I mentioned about Cat Williams, if you're doing something that's actually a good deed, it doesn't need to be recorded. Well, she's got cameras everywhere, and she's not the only one, so I'm not trying to line her up. But people are saying it's just not a good look to when you're giving out turkeys to families and things like that, to just have cameras in their faces and things like that, because it seems like it's a clout chase, and she's trying to do it for the recognition. Others say it's good to promote it, because if we see someone else doing it, maybe other people will be motivated and inspired to do it as well. So give me your thoughts on that. Would you, if giving food away, turkey away, or anything like that, would you actually have cameras there to record the interactions? Sometimes it's a beautiful thing to be more standoffish when a say journalist, for instance. This is actually a good question. When a journalist captures a traumatizing event, they have to be there on the ground to capture what's happening. And oftentimes you'll see them taking photos of victims' faces, or just people who are all around, and shedding tears and things like that. And it's capturing the moment rather than being too invasive. So, I mean, you can look at it from either side, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. We will get to this Khalid conversation on the other side. I'm going to read your comments. Certainly going to check out what you guys ultimately have to say about this women living their best lives age range. And I'll check that out too. And right now we've got news, traffic, and sports. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up, y'all? It's Navon Love, and I'm chilling with Robin on the Raw Report.
More of the Raw Report with Robin Ayers when we come forward.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 things you should know from BIN News. Diddy appeared in a New York court Friday seeking release on a $50 million bond as he awaits trial for sex trafficking and racketeering. A decision is expected next week. Wall Street is closing higher to end a positive week. At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 426 points to 44,296. The S&P 500 rose 20 points to 59,69. The Nasdaq gained 31 points to 19,003 points. Los Angeles is a step closer to becoming a so-called sanctuary city. It formally establishes a policy preventing the city from helping federal immigration officials with roundups or other actions aimed at illegal immigrants. The ordinance still needs a second vote because of amendments, and then Black Mayor Karen Bass's signature for approval. And a new mural honoring the legacy of former Black D.C. Mayor Marion Barry will be unveiled this weekend. A ceremony to dedicate the mural will be held tomorrow at the Marion Barry Jr. Building. Get BIN News 24/7 at BINnews.com.
Trouble in Diamond Bar continues back on the 57 North at Grand Avenue as an accident continues to block the right lane. Stop traffic continues from Pathfinder. Downtown's 10 East after the 110. Accident continues to block the second lane from the left. Hour and a half worth of stop delays continue from 20th Street. As you make your way back into Westminster, an overturned accident continues to block the left fast track lane of the 405 North at Bolsa Chica Road, Valley View split. And back in Pasadena, Sigler continues to have the 210 East off-ramp to Lake Avenue blocked with cleanup and a 35-minute backup from Brookshire Avenue.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
UCLA is facing a must-win situation Saturday night in their rivalry game against USC at the Rose Bowl. The Bruins are 4-6 with 2 games remaining remaining. If they lose to USC, the Bruins will miss out on playing in a bowl game. NCAA rules require 6 wins to be bowl eligible. USC at 5-5 becomes bowl eligible with a win Saturday. The NBA and NFL has issued warnings to all their players to upgrade their home security systems after a recent rash of home burglaries. In the past 2 weeks, the homes of Kansas City Chiefs players Travis Kelce and Pat Mahomes have been robbed. Home invasions also occurred in the properties of NBA players Bobby Portis of the Milwaukee Bucks and Mike Conley of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tomorrow night at 7 here on KBLA, join me and my co-host Neil Scarborough for Out of Bounds. 60 minutes of sports chatter with some flavor. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at KBLA 1580.
Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews,
Follow the leader.
stimulating conversation, and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. The Equinox EV and all-new Equinox, America's best compact SUV for new vehicle quality by J.D. Power, offer both confidence and style to see you through the holiday season. It's easy to see why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Find your red tag. Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select popular Chevy models when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Award based on 2024 models for J.D. Power 2024 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information. Visit jdpower.com/awards. Offer available on all 2025 Equinox and 2024 Silverado, Equinox EV, Blazer EV, and Silverado EV models. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment is 22.2%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 12/24.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. Keeping you informed about what's really going on. Who's got next? And what not to miss in entertainment. You're listening to The Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Load up the Pro Tools and press 3. Studio filled with Jack in the Box and Pepsis. watching War Star videos, not the SBs laughing at beat pumper. Stomach turning, I get up and proceeded to write some. Absol in the corner, mumbling raps, fumbling packs of Blackie Mouse, crumbling kush till he cracked a smile. His words legendary, wishing I could rhyme like him. Studied his style to define my pen. That was back when the only goal was to get J-Rock through the door. Warner Brother Records, hope Naeem Ali would let us know. Was excited just to go to them label meetings. Wasn't my record deal, but still I couldn't believe it. Me and Rock inside the booth hibernating. It was simple math. If he made it, that mean I made it. Everything I had was for the team. I remained patient, grinding with my brothers. It was us against them, no one above us. Bless our hearts.
You were listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Wow. Kendrick Lamar dropped an album on us very silently called GNX. What does GNX stand for? We don't know. Okay. We don't even know what that. Again, he is just, wow, we have to figure these things out, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Shout out to, that's a nice record right there. I haven't heard the entire album. I've heard a lot of several singles so far. Not singles, but several cuts on the album.
It's like he's showing a lot of love to the elders. There's some samples, interpolations of songs.
Okay.
So when you get the chance to actually listen to the whole album, you can be like, oh, I'm familiar with this
yeah.
song or whatnot.
Like that right there has SWV on it. I know he did a Luther Vandross song. He used a sample. There was someone else that I listened to. Tupac. There was even someone else.
One Mike Nas. Very subtle though.
Oh, really?
Very subtle.
But there was another one that I can't get right now, but it was maybe like a dance record. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Was it?
Squabble Up.
Was it? Okay.
That intro that you hear on the Not Like Us video. It's actually a full-fledged song called Squabble Up.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't even know the artist. I don't even know if that's techno or what type of music that is.
Yeah,
but definitely.
As of right now, though, Andy, what do you give it? What are you rating it?
I don't know about a rating system. I'll say this: it's better than his last project. I just don't know if it's better than Good Kid, Mad City or To Pimp a Butterfly.
Okay.
But it is a solid record. He redeemed himself from his last project.
Okay.
And, I got to listen to it even more and more. I like what I'm hearing, though. I don't know about a ranking system yet.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. Okay. Let's talk about this, you guys. Singer, songwriter, he's only 26. He's only 26 years old. His name is Khalid. He has been forced to announce his sexual orientation, and this comes after some guy who he used to deal with all up in his feelings and mad at the fact that, he said some things. Let me read what this interaction is. It really hurts my soul to see something like this happening. It could be to anyone, but the fact that it's Khalid and he is so unproblematic and he seems like the sweetest person. So to see something like this happen to him is really it's such a shame. The guy whose name is Hugo Almonte says, I was dating this dumb singer. He's ugly AF. But he tried to set me up and lie and say I broke into his house because I broke up with him. Like, why would I go to your house and do all of that if I broke up with you? Okay, that's ultimately what he says. And the reason that he says that he was lied on. Okay, he goes on to say he shows a photo of them together. There's a selfie of the two of them together. So these are his actual receipts that he's dropping. And we all know nowadays you can't necessarily say something about just any old body and put it out there without having some receipts. But he shows Khalid's face in the selfie, and there it is. There you have it. Khalid responded, and I really like how he responded. He handled it very well. He says, I got outed, and the world still continues to turn. Let's get this straight. I am not ashamed of my sexuality. In reality, it ain't nobody's business, but I'm okay with me. Love y'all. He says, there you go. Next topic, please. Now, what a way to handle that. What a way to handle that. And I know it's actually not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Maybe for people who looked at him and truly enjoyed his music. He has several hits online, or just he's been chart topping songs. He actually had a song, maybe the Can We Just Talk song, that lasted so many weeks on the Billboard charts. And you apply those songs however you see fit. If you're in love with someone and you like what Khalid is singing about, you sort of apply it to your own situation. You don't necessarily look at him and say, "Ooh, who is he singing that song to?" That's not normally how it goes. But so people may have their own thoughts and opinions on what that was like and how they felt when he came out. But at the end of the day, it's actually not a big deal. The whole entire LGBTQ plus community has been at the forefront. They've been actually pushing down barriers and things like that, and kicking open doors. And so it's not a big deal. We've seen a lot of things happen, and we've seen a lot of progression in their community. So again, to add him to it is just not a big deal. I have for you guys, I'm asking you your thoughts. What do you think about the fact that it's actually in the United States, it's not illegal to out someone? Now, I do understand there are different levels to this. You could just be in the neighborhood, right? And you could say, "Hey, I found out such and such is gay, or such and such is trans." You could say anything, right? And maybe it's considered just a rumor. And so maybe that can't necessarily be considered illegal. But I believe that all of it should have some type of consequences. And that's just how I feel. But you guys, most of you right now, 62% of you right now at least agree with me when I say it should be considered illegal. Now, when I looked it up online, it says that outing someone is not inherently illegal in the United States, but it can become illegal if done in a way that involves publishing personal information without their consent. Maybe, I don't know if that if the selfie falls under that category or not, but that's personal information. I don't know if that falls under that category. It says with the intention to threaten or harm them, and of course doxing, which is giving out their location and address, things like that. But it also could possibly lead to other things. It could lead to, there have been people who took their own lives because of that, because they were really trying to keep it a secret, and it could lead to so much more. Obviously, harassment is a big thing online, so it could have other effects. Maybe being illegal is not the biggest thing that could happen, but it's just a shame. And I just like how he took this in stride and just kind of kept it moving. And this is not so big of a deal where I feel like it's going to be tomorrow's news, but I just feel like it's a shame. We haven't really seen something like this happen in quite a long time. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, I think Khalid's response kind of lessened the blow of this quote-unquote out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you said it several times, and it's like, is this really news?
Right.
If Khalid was out here, portraying himself as this machismo man, and, then maybe.
Yeah.
But you're an R&B singer, and,
Yeah. Well, and you know what? To your point, I don't even know that we've seen publicly Khalid in a relationship, and
At
so
all.
yeah, I think it could have been worse. Maybe not worse is there is no bad here. There's no bad here, but it could have been worse maybe for him had he been seen out with, had he been Neo in polyamorous relationships or something like that.
I just disagree with the you wanting to make it like illegal. Sometimes things need to be exposed, right? And I know, like, I'm about to go ahead and use the Diddy Cassie situation. Completely two different type of situations.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, we needed that out for the Diddy Cassie situation.
But
you know what I'm saying?
outing how? Because outing, technically, the term of
Let's
outing.
get technical.
Yeah, let's get technical. Outing someone is usually regarding their sexual preferences, their orientation, things like that. The other thing is like just telling on somebody, ratting on somebody. I mean, that's not necessarily outing them.
Snitching, yeah.
Snitching.
Snitches get
dry snitching, any of it. Right. So those to me are two different things. There is still that question though, what type of consequences should happen for a person who is the one who does the outing?
Well, if that's the case, then let's if you're gonna scratch my car because of a bad situation, then that should be illegal or something like that too.
It should be,
okay,
and it probably is. You sound like something happened before,
No,
but
nothing
now
happened. I can understand, like, what do they call it? Like, not that it was a crime, but they were together. They were in a relationship.
Yeah.
It obviously went sour.
Yeah.
It's hard I can't control your emotions at all times, right? But I guess I can understand why old boy felt the need to out Khalid. He was upset.
But yeah.
I'm not saying it's right either.
I get that. It's definitely not right. But the other thing is, it's never your business. It's never on you. You do not control the onus to say, I'm actually going to put you out, or out you, whether you were in a relationship with me or not. That still that's not my problem to tell. It's not a problem, but it's not my thing to tell. That's not my news to share.
Old boy probably thought he was going to do something by outing him.
He probably
did.
Really that's the thing about it. He probably thought he had the ultimate, get back or whatever. And the way, and I like what Andy said, the way that he handled it, Khalid handled it, lessened the blow. And I for sure agree with that. And I just think that it's a shame that this is where we've gotten to in the world, that you think you can go to social media and do damage to someone. This is why I often say you got to watch who you are around. You got to watch how people move. You have to watch how that person conducts themselves in real life, in everyday life. Do you see them do shady things? Do you see how they are with other people? And if you do, watch how you move with them, because at some point they will ultimately end up doing that to you. That's just how I feel. G and X, we have the answer. Buick Grand National car. It's a high-end Buick. Okay, thank you to Forrest Harrison and Marcus Atkins. Yeah, G and X.
I don't see the correlation, Kendrick, but
I don't. Maybe he's talking about it. Maybe he's talking about it in one of the songs or something. I hear these points. Thank you guys. Deborah Chacoa, going back to the turkey. Maybe this is regarding the turkey giveaway. Thank you. You over here dropping scripture. She said Matthew 6:3. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. No cameras. I think a lot of people agree with you on that. I would have to know her general spirit to have an opinion. If she is typically a kind person, then I'm okay with cameras. If not, I don't know this young lady or what time she's on with respect to clout. I get that. I have no birth record. Said this is also talking about Young Miami. What do you think about that, Andy?
I think for receipts purposes, I don't mind the stuff being recorded.
Okay.
If there was anybody that was going to accuse me of, oh, you don't do nothing for the community, this, that, and the third, I got proof right here for you. I didn't post it because I don't care about the acknowledgement in that regard, But here you go. Don't say that I don't do nothing.
I have to admit, I did something like this was years ago, more than 10 years ago. I did something like this. And although I didn't film it, I was not up close on to the house list or anything like that. Me and a bunch of friends got together. We went to the dollar store and we grabbed a bunch of items. I mean, all the basics, toothpaste, wipes. We grabbed socks and food and water and tons of things. We all kind of put our resources together and we went out to Hollywood Boulevard, and it was really hot, and we gave bags. We bagged it inside of our trunks and stuff, and we gave these bags out to the homeless, to the houseless at that time. And what we did with that footage was we did put it together and we encouraged other people, if you want to join in, just us putting that out, inspired so many people, and they said, I would love to get involved in something like this. And for those purposes, and so I like what you said, I have no birth record, that for those purposes, because I'm a nice person, and the people that who I was with at that time, I would consider to be good, kind spirits, people, we had good intentions behind it. So recording something like that and putting it out where we weren't necessarily showing the faces or anything like that, I thought it was a good deal. We're going to continue this conversation on the other side. We also have our Who's Got Now that we are going to get to. All on the other side, you're listening to the Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Denzel Whitaker, and I'm on the Rob Report.
You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
So this new dose is... nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
November is Youth Hope Month, shining a light on young people facing homelessness. Yearly 4.2 million experience homelessness in the U.S. Sanctuary of Hope is here to help. Join us for 2 empowering events. The SOH Freedom Summer Community Report Back on Thursday, November 21st, 6 p.m. and Interfaith Candlelight Vigil, November 25th, 6 p.m. Both events will be at the Sanctuary of Hope, 4003 West Adams Boulevard, Los Angeles. We honor the courage of transition-aged youth empowered by lessons of civil rights and justice. Hold a candlelight vigil that shines a light on the urgent issue of youth homelessness, uniting our commitment to a brighter future for all. That's the SOH Freedom Summer Community Report Back on Thursday, November 21st, 6 p.m. and Interfaith Candlelight Vigil, November 25th, 6 p.m. More info? Visit thesoh.org. That's thesoh.org.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
What make you? Yeah.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside the Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, 57% of you agree that it should be illegal to out someone, especially publicly. Again, I was saying there are different levels to it. Do you get online and try to put somebody out there? I think that should have some kind of consequence to it. So we'll see what happens with this, but hopefully they are dragging this other person. I'm just playing, kind of not though. But anyway, I want to get into a Who's Got Now. We don't have a Who's Got Next, but Rotimi is, you guys might know him from the show Power. He is also a singer, and he has a new album out, and this song right here is produced by someone who we had here on the show, Harmony H. Money Samuels. Let's go ahead and play this. This is called Dirty December.
Baby, baby, yeah. See it all, girl, it's showtime. Cause once I make that call, then she offline. Cause she wanna live softly, so soft, it's no lie. Cause she know that I'm him, yeah, him, and she know I am. Yeah, yeah. Baby, I'm your 1, 2, 3, but you gon' be forever. Baby, you gon' bust this pipe, and you gon' feel this pressure. Fresh up out the shower. Dirty like December. Cobra. Boy over. Boy over. Boy over. Hey, boy over. Come get Cobra. Boy over. Boy over. Boy over. Hey, boy over. Come get Cobra. No matter who you with, no matter what you did, no matter who had it, ain't giving what I give. You ain't no angel, I ain't no saint. Python, baby, grab it with both hands. Can't wait to get next to you. Your vibe is moving sexual. Bend over, girl, you're flexible. We gon' turn this bed into a festival. Baby, I'm your 1, 2, 3, but you gon' be forever.
That is Rotimi, Dirty December, produced by H Money, Harmony Samuels. Yeah, you guys are saying it. Marcus Atkins says, I hear some Afro beats happening. It's cool. He should stay in this field of music. I agree, because Rotimi does Afro beats so well. Pretty Brown Mimi agrees. She said he's good at Afro beats. Nice vibe. I definitely agree with you there. If you guys are interested in listening to this album, it's called In My Heart, In My Veins by Rotimi, In My Heart, In My Veins. It is, there's a lot of cuts on there. I have been listening to it, so you guys might want to check it out. He's got now. This man is already an artist. He's also an actor, and he's got some new things coming your way. All right, you guys, y'all been hanging with me. Y'all been chilling with me, and I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you guys so much for holding it down with me inside of our YouTube chat. Raw Squad, you guys are always my favorite. Always, no matter where we are, whether on this show or on Instagram or social media or anywhere else for that matter. Truly appreciate you all. I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful, safe, blessed weekend. I will be right back here, same time, same place on Monday. My name is Robin Ayers. Remember today and every single day forward to be a blessing.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know from BIN News. Diddy appeared in a New York court Friday seeking release on a $50 million bond as he awaits trial for sex trafficking and racketeering. A decision is expected next week. Wall Street is closing higher to end a positive week. At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial